बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम।
शुरू अल्लाह के नाम से जो रहमान और रहीम है।
इक़रा बिस्मि रब्बिकल्लज़ी खलक़।
पढ़ो ए नबी अपने रब के नाम के साथ जिसने पैदा किया।
खलक़ल इंसान मिन अलक़।
जमे हुए खून के एक लोथड़े से इंसान की तख्लीक की।
इक़रा व रब्बुकल अकरम।
पढ़ो और तुम्हारा रब बड़ा करीम है।
अल्लज़ी अल्लम बिल क़लम।
जिसने कलम के जरिए से इल्म सिखाया।
अल्लमल इंसान मा लम यअलम।
इंसान को वो इल्म दिया जिसे वो न जानता था।
Assalamu alaikum. We start our class with the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and most merciful. This is class 4 and the period is English language teaching ELT. I am your ELT teacher and this is our 6th video. In this video we will cover the stuff of week number 6. In this video what we learned or what we studied in this video or today's class topics are what is tense. Today we learn or studied about tenses, then type of tense, then we have present indefinite tense, affirmative, negative and interrogative, and in English language portion today we have presentation topic. Before we start the today's class, let's have a small recap or review of our previous video of week number 5 or video number 5. In our previous video we have learned about the article. What is article? A and the are called article, and where we use a before the consonant, and if the word start with the vowel but it gives the sound of consonant, we use a also there. And where we use n before the vowel, but if the word start with the consonant but give the sound of vowel, we use a and there. For example, honest, honest, honest. The word start with the H consonant but it give the sound of O vowel, so we use a and there. And then the is used to point at the specific person or thing, and the uses of the is very various. Okay, this is our previous class topic. Now come back to the today's class topic. Like I said, in today's class of week number 6 we will learn about the tenses. What is tense? Here, tenses or what is tense? Well, tense, it's not an English word, is a Latin word and it means time. Tense means time plus verb. Well, tense is also very important and it tells us about how we form a sentence in English language. If we have a command in tenses there, then we are be able to write and speak English very well. That's why we learn or we studied about tenses. Okay, now what is tense? The question is what is tense? Like I said, tense, time. What is tense? Tense is the time plus verb. Tense shows the time of an action or an event and how far that action was completed. What is a tense and what it shows? Well, tense shows the time of an action. Tense हमें किसी भी action का time बताता है. Action means whatever we are doing. Our doing work is called our action. So tense also tell the time of an action or an event and how far that action was completed. एक एक्शन कब स्टार्ट हुआ, कौन से इवेंट में स्टार्ट हुआ और वो कंप्लीट हुआ, कब कंप्लीट हुआ, when will it completed. This all information we are getting from the tense. So tense is very important. This is called tense. Now come to the its type of tenses. I hope you have got this. What is tense? Now come to the type of tenses. Well, tenses have 3 main kind or type of tenses. Like I said, tenses, there are 3 kinds of tenses. Number 1 is present tense, number 2 is past tense, and number 3rd is future tense. Okay, tense has 3 kinds. Number 1 is present, tense, number 1. Then number 2 is past tense, then 3rd one and the last one is future tense. Now come to the first one. What is present tense? The time which is going on is called present tense. Whatever we are doing in our present tense right now, whatever we are doing, it's called present, and whatever work we are doing here right now, it's come in the present tense. जो भी काम आप अभी कर रहे हो, अभी का जो टाइम है आपके पास, वो आपके पास present tense कहलाता है. Number 2 is past tense. The time which had gone, it's called past tense. जो टाइम आपके पास चला गया है, like whatever you did tomorrow, whatever you did yesterday, it's your past work. जो भी कुछ काम आपने कल किया था वो आपके पास past tense कहलाता है, which is gone, जो आपके पास जा चुका है. Now come to the third one, future tense. The time which will be coming, it's called the future tense. जो टाइम आपके पास आने वाला है ये आपके पास future tense कहलाता है. These are the types of tenses. There are 3 types of tenses. I'm repeating again. Number 1 is present tense, number 2 is past tense, and the number 3rd is future tense. Now each and every tense, these 3 tenses divided into further 4 parts. For example, it is divided into further 4 parts, like indefinite, continuous or progressive. Progressive tense, indefinite, continuous, then perfect, tense, then perfect continuous. Yes. Present indefinite further divided into 4 parts. Number 1 is present indefinite, present continuous or progressive tense. Number 3rd one is present perfect, then 4th one is present perfect continuous. In the same way, past tense also divided into further into the 4 parts. For example, again indefinite, past indefinite, then past continuous, then past perfect, then past perfect continuous. Now, like present and past, future also divided further into the 4 parts. For example, future indefinite, future continuous, then future perfect, and the last one is future perfect continuous. Okay, now what is indefinite tense? Simple tense is called indefinite tense. Continuous or progressive tense shows the work that is in progress, जो work चल रहा है. Continuous show that work. Then perfect, the work which had completed, which was completed, जो आपके पास बिल्कुल work complete हो चुका है. It was perfect tense. Perfect continuous means the work which is completed at some point with a specific time or date. It is called the perfect continuous. In this semester we will study 3 of them: present indefinite, past indefinite, and future indefinite. We will study in this term. Now come to the present indefinite tense. Yes, our next topic is present indefinite. Present indefinite tense. What is present? Present means the time which is going on is called present. Indefinite means simple work, and tense means a time. Today we learn about present indefinite tense. What is present indefinite tense? This tense is used to show any action that occur on the regular basis in present time. This tense is used to show our daily habit, daily routine, and the general truth. Like I take tea, I go to school, I get up early, I get up early, I'm ready for school, I take tea in the evening every day. This is called the simple tense in present indefinite tense. This tense is used to state an action that occur on our regular basis. ओके जो भी कुछ काम आपका आप अपनी डेली बेसिस पे रेगुलर करते हो, दैट ऑल वर्क इज कम इन द प्रेजेंट इंडेफिनिट tense. Now the question is where we use present indefinite tense. What are the uses of present indefinite tense? Uses, we use present indefinite tense for our routine work, our daily activity. We use present indefinite for our routine, daily activity. Habitual habit, you can also say come in your daily activity. Then general truth. Now routine, whatever work you are doing on the regular basis, it become your routine. जो भी काम आप daily करते हो वो आपके routine बन जाते हैं. For example, as you are a example, you can take your own example. As you are a student, so you have to wake up early in the morning because you have a school at 7:30. You have to attend the school at 7:30. For this you have to wake up early in the morning. So when you wake up daily basis, when you wake up early in the daily basis, it become your routine or your daily activity. So this tense is also represent your daily activity. Like I take tea. For example, I take tea. Or this is our routine. In the evening I always take tea. Now come to the daily activity. I wake up early in the morning. Now the third one is general truth. The thing that are always truth. जो चीज़ हमेशा सही, जिनके बारे में स्टेटमेंट हम चेंज नहीं कर सकते, इट कम्स इनटू आवर जनरल हैबिट. फॉर एग्जांपल, द सन राइजेस इन द ईस्ट, honey is sweet, people needed food, people need food. It is our general truth. We means people need food to live. Then it's snow in winter, honey is sweet, honey is sweet. This is called the general truth, which we can never, which we cannot change. People need food. It is a general truth. Obviously, we need food to live alive. Then it snow in winter. In winter season, it snow. Then honey is sweet. Honey जो है आपके पास हमेशा sweet होता है. It's never bitter. तो this is the tense is used for this thing. Present indefinite tense is used for routine, for daily activity, and for general truth. Now come to its identification. Like I said, the tenses have three types: present, past, and future, and each tense divided further into the four parts: indefinite, perfect, indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So they all are together total 12. ये तमाम जितने भी होते हैं total 12 होते हैं. How can we able to identify, to differentiate which tense is come in which way, मतलब कौन सा tense आपके पास कौन सा होगा. तो this is why the identification it's very important. Okay, now we learn this tense present indefinite in Urdu and English. So we should know the identification in English and Urdu as well. In English first, in English and in Urdu. How we identify the tenses present indefinite in English? If the sentence has the first form of verb. What is verb? Any action is called verb. Verb show the action or time, and it is very important in our tenses. If in English the sentence carries the first form of verb and s, es or ies with first form of verb. This rule is applied only for third person singular. What is third person singular? The person we are talking about, जिसके बारे में हम बात करते हैं, it is called the third person. तो in English, if the sentence has the first form of verb and has the third person singular, तो there must be es or ies added. In Urdu, ता है, ती है, ती हूं, ते हैं, वगैरह. In Urdu, if the sentence end in ता है, ती हूं, ते हैं, वगैरह, तो it means the sentence is present indefinite. That sentence show the present indefinite. है, हूं, हैं. It show the present time. Present यानी कि जो आप कर रहे हो, मैं पढ़ा रही हूँ, मैं पढ़ाती हूँ, तो this is called our present time. ता, ती, ते. It indicate our indefinite tense. Now come to its structure. We are learning present indefinite tense and apply this tense into the three types of sentences. Number one is affirmative, number two is negative, and number third one is interrogative. So let's start with the affirmative. After the identification, then comes a structure for affirmative. We apply this tense into the three kind of sentences. Number one is affirmative, number two is negative, and number third one is interrogative. Now the question is, what is affirmative or simple sentence? Affirmative or simple sentence means a positive statement like I teach, मैं पढ़ाती हूँ, I take tea, मैं tea लेती हूँ, I go to school, मैं स्कूल जाती हूँ. The sentence which has the positive way, positive sentence are called the affirmative sentences. Now come to the structure. Structure means how the sentence we form. As you know, each and every sentence has the three main parts. Number one is subject plus verb plus object. This is the basic structure, and this is how we form a sentence. What is subject? The doer of action, it's called subject. What is verb? Action is called verb. And what is object? The receiver of the action is called object. Subject जो भी काम sentence में कर रहा होता है वो आपके पास subject होता है. It can be he, she, it can be noun, pronoun or any singular name or plural name. Okay, what is verb? Verb means any action. Our action, it's called verb. Like I am teaching, teach, sleep, drink, eat, running, playing. This all thing is called our action. Object, the receiver of an action. ऑब्जेक्ट क्या करता है आपके पास? जो भी आप काम कर रहे हो उस चीज को आपको रिसीवर करता है. लाइक आई एम टीचिंग इन द क्लास. हेयर आई एम टीचिंग. Here, this is the sentence. Here, I am, it's subject who is doing the action. Teaching is my action, it's called verb. And where I am teaching? Here, यहाँ, it is the receiver, so it's called our object. So every sentence has the three main parts: subject, verb, and object. Okay, now come to the present indefinite affirmative. What is the present indefinite affirmative structure will be? So the structure is subject plus first form of verb S, es and then ies plus object. This is the structure, and there is a instruction for s, es and ies. If the subject is third person singular, we never use s, es, ies with everyone. With first form of verb, we have to see the subject when we apply this. If the subject is third person singular, if the subject is third person singular, what is the third person singular? Subject, the person that are spoken of and the person we are talking about, जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, वो आपके पास थर्ड पर्सन सिंगुलर कहलाता है. लाइक ही, she, it. She is a very beautiful girl. She reads very fluently. She speaks English very good. When we are talking about the other person, anyone, it called our third person singular. We always use s, es, ies with third person singular, and we never use ie, ies, es or s with plural like I, we, you, they, or any plural name like children. We never use ses here. Ses we never use with plural subject. We only use ses with third person singular. I hope you have got this. This rule, it's only for third person singular, he, she, it, or any singular name like Ali, Sarah, Ahmed, Zara. We never use ses, ies with the first form of word with plural noun like I, we, you, they, and children, and anyone. We never use this. I hope you have got this. Now we know that we use s, es, ies with third person singular, but where we use s, where we use es, and where we use ies. So there are the rules for using s, es or ies. Rule of using s, es, ies. Yes, if the word end in vowel plus consonant, we simply add s there. If any word add in consonant before a vowel, if there is a vowel before a consonant, we use s there. For example, eat. The word eat is a verb, it shows an action. The word e end with consonant t, and before a consonant there is a vowel a, eat. So here we use s, it becomes eat. And play, play. Again there is a y is a consonant, and before a consonant there is a vowel. We use s here, the third person singular. It becomes plays, eat. Then if there is a vowel consonant plus y, we use ies there. If any word end in y and before the y there is a consonant, we use ies there. For example, try, t-i-y, try. Here the word end in y and before the y there is a consonant. We use ies there. So it becomes tries. Cry, become cries. Okay. If the word ends in e. If any word ends in e, we use s also there. For example, write, W-R-I-T-E, write. The word write ends in e, so we use s there. It becomes write, W-R-I-T-E-S, writes. Like, L-I-K-E, the word like ends in e. So when we are talking about the third person singular, it becomes likes. Now come to the word Sibylian word. If the words end in S, double S, SH, O, X and CH, what we do? We add ES there, and this series of alphabet, it's called Sibylian, S-I-B-L-I-A-N-T, Sibylian. If the word end in S, double S, SH, O, X, CH, we add ES there. For example, S. If the word end in S, what we do? We simply add ES there. For example, this rule is called Sibylian. For example, double S, passed, become passes, it's a verb. Brush, brushes, it's also a verb. O, go, go is a verb, goes. In this way we use ES there. So this is a rule where we use, so this is a rule how we add, where we add S, ES or IES there. I am repeating again, if the sentence is a third person singular like he, she, it or any singular name, we use S, ES or IES there. If the subject is not third person singular, we never use S, ES with a subject with verb. So this is the rule. Now come to its examples. Like I said, affirmative means positive statement. The work we are doing on our daily basis, it's our present indefinite tense. Like I eat food. In Urdu, मैं खाना खाती हूँ. This is my daily habit routine. People need food, I need food as well. I eat food. Subject I, verb eat, and the object is food. Here with the verb, with I don't use S, ES or IES there. Why? Because I said we use S, ES, IES with the first form of verb if the subject is third person singular, he, she, it or any singular name. I, it's not a third person singular, it's first person plural. That's why we don't use S, ES here. And T, whom represent the affirmative tense in Urdu. In English, first form of verb. This is the identification in English, first form of verb. In Urdu, ti hu. Now the come. Ali cricket खेलता है. Ali cricket खेलता है. ता है. The sentence end in ta hai. It means this sentence it's present indefinite ta hai. And what is the structure of present indefinite? Subject plus verb, the first form plus object. And if the subject third person singular, we use S, ES, IES with the first form of verb. Now let's see. Ali cricket khelta hai. Ali, we are talking about a person Ali. It means Ali is a third person. So what is the English translation? Ali cricket khelna playing. So Ali is a third person singular. We use SES there. And what I told you about the rule, if the word end in consonant plus vowel, we add S there. So it becomes Ali plays cricket. Okay. It represents present indefinite verb की first form plus S here in English. Now the next one is बच्चे स्कूल जाते हैं. It is another example. Now the word, the sentence in Urdu end in te hain. It means it's present indefinite. Now come to the subject, bachche. Bachche means plural, children. So the subject here it is plural. Bachche means children, children, children. If the subject is plural, we don't need to add ses or ies with the first form of verb. We only use it with he, she, it or any singular name. बच्चे स्कूल जाते हैं, children go to school. This is how we make the present indefinite affirmative sentences. I hope you have got this. Now come forward, come to the next one. Present indefinite negative sentence. How we form a negative sentence? A present indefinite. First we should know what is a negative sentence. Negative statement, it's called negative statement. जिसमें आप किसी चीज से deny करते हो, मना करते हो, that those sentences are called negative sentences, or you can say the sentence that has no or not in it, it's called the negative sentence. For example, मैं खाना नहीं खाती हूँ. The word नहीं, I do not eat food, not. It shows the negative statement, and the sentence that have the no or not in it, it's called the negative sentence. Now come to the structure. Present indefinite negative sentence structure. Subject plus, in present indefinite negative sentences we use two helping verb, do or does. After the subject we use helping verb does or do according to the subject. Then we add not, then verb की first form plus object. This is the structure, and in this structure we form a sentence of present indefinite negative. What is the structure? Subject plus do or does. Do, does is a helping verb. Do, does we only use in negative sentence. Do, does we never use in affirmative. This is only for negative and interrogative. We use do, does helping verb as only negative and interrogative. We don't use do or does in affirmative sentences. Then plus not. Not show the not means it is a negative sentence. Then first form of verb. In negative and interrogative sentences, we don't add ses or ies with the first form of verb. Ses ies rule is only for present indefinite affirmative positive sentences. Then plus object. Now the question is where we use do and where we use does. Do and does. Like I said, if the subject we use do only with plural subject I, we, you or any plural noun. And where we use does only with third person singular. Like he, she, it or any singular name. And the adding of s, es, ies with the first form of verb, it's not applied in negative and interrogative sentences. So this is the structure of negative. Subject plus do not, does not. Verb की first form plus object. Where we use do? We use do only with the plural subject like I, we, you, they or any plural noun. We use does with third person singular like he, she, it or any singular name. Now come to examples. In Urdu, मैं खाना नहीं खाती Who? T word represent the present indefinite tense. Nahi represent negative tense. May means I. It means this sentence is plural. I, first person plural I. So we use subject I. With where we use do or does, we use does only with the third person singular, and do I, we, you, they, or any plural noun. So here the subject is I, first person plural, so we use do there. I do, done, minute, what, khana, eat, food. This is how you will make the sentence. मैं खाना नहीं खाती हूँ. I do not eat food. Do here represent the present indefinite tense. Do is also an identification of present indefinite tense. Okay, now come to the next one. Ali cricket नहीं खेलता है. means present indefinite tense. Sentence carry no, nahi means negative sentence, and Ali means third person singular. Now let's form the sentence in English. First subject, what is subject? Ali. Subject Ali. Then do or does. Like I said, we use do with plural and does with third person singular. So Ali is a third person singular. According to the structure, what comes after the subject? Does. Ali does Mohammad, what is the word? Play. An object, cricket. Ali does not play cricket. This is how you will form or you will do the present indefinite negative sentence. Okay, in negative, in interrogative, S, ES, IES, it's not added with the first form of word because we are using in negative or in interrogative sentence a helping verb. Do and does as a helping verb, and not means negative sentence. If the sentence had no in it, if the sentence has no in it, अगर sentence में आपके पास no, not या फिर in उर्दू नहीं आता है तो it's mean कि the sentence is a negative statement, negative sentence. Now come to the interrogative sentence. What is interrogative sentence? The sentence which we use for asking questions are called interrogative sentence, and at the end of interrogative sentence it is marked to put question mark. इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस आपके पास कौन से सेंटेंस होते हैं जिसमें आप किसी से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछने के लिए यूज होते हैं, लाइक हु आर यू, वेयर आर यू फ्रॉम, व्हाई आर यू हियर, व्हाट टाइम इज इट. इन दिस ऑल दिस क्वेश्चन यू नोटिस कि इट इज यूजिंग एज अ क्वेश्चनिंग. जो भी सवाल पूछने के लिए यूज होते हैं वो आपके पास इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस कहलाते हैं. एंड एट द एंड ऑफ एनी इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस वी पुट क्वेश्चन मार्क. दिस इज कॉल्ड द क्वेश्चन मार्क. इट इज मार्क्स to put question mark in any type of interrogative sentence, even in Urdu, in English. Okay, now come to the structure. Always remember the interrogative sentence, structure of the interrogative sentence always start with the helping verb. And what is the helping verb of present indefinite? Do or does. So it means the structure start with the helping verb do or does. Then subject, verb की first form plus object. Like I said, at the end of any interrogative sentence we put question mark. After the object there is a question mark. So this is the structure of present indefinite interrogative sentence. What is the structure? Start with the helping verb do, does. Do, does are the helping verb of present indefinite, and it only used with negative and interrogative sentence. Then subject, verb की first form, then object, and at the end of the sentence is a question mark. Okay, now again the question is where we use do and where we use does. Same rule as we learned for negative. Do is for plural noun, and does is for third person singular. What is third person singular? The person we are talking about, जिसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, it is called the third person singular. Okay, so this is the structure. Now come to his sentence making. मैं खाना खाती हूँ. At the end of interrogative sentence we put question mark. Here word क्या, क्या represent the interrogative sentence, क्या मैं. Here the word क्या and at the end of sentence question mark. It means the sentence is an interrogative sentence. Okay, then ती हूँ means present indefinite. Okay, and मैं means first person plural I. So how we translate into English? First, according to the structure, there is a helping verb do or does. Which helping verb we use here? With मैं, I is a first person plural. With plural what we use? Do. Do, then subject I, then verb eat, खाना खाना, खाना, and what is the object? Food, and then question mark. This is how you will form or you will translate this sentence. Do I eat food? Question mark. According to the structure, first helping verb do, subject I, verb eat, object food, and question mark. Show the interrogative sentence. Here the do show that this sentence is belong to the present indefinite, and the question mark represent that this sentence the present indefinite interrogative sentence. Okay, now come to the next one. क्या अली क्रिकेट खेलता है? क्या and question mark represent that this sentence is an interrogative sentence. ता है means present indefinite, and Ali means we are talking about a third person. Now translate this into in English. How? First start the sentence start with the helping verb. Which helping verb we use here? Does, because we are talking about the third person singular. Then subject Ali, verb play, object cricket, and question mark. Does Ali play cricket? Here does at the starting of the sentence start with the helping verb does, and at the end here is a question mark. It means it is a interrogative sentence. Or here a does here means does is the helping verb of present indefinite interrogative. So the sentence is belongs from the kind present indefinite interrogative. This is how you will make these sentences, and I hope you have got this. How we can form present indefinite tense. Well, present indefinite tense is a very simple tense, or you can say simple present tense. It's also called the present indefinite tense. This tense is used to show our daily routine, general habit, and whatever work we are doing on our regular basis, it's come for in present time. And what is the identification? In Urdu ता है, ती है, ते हैं वगैरह. And in English, first form of verb, and if the subject is third person singular, s or es must be with the verb, must be there with the first form of the verb. Or do or does also represent that the sentence is a present indefinite, but do or does use as helping verb only in negative or interrogative sentence. When we use do or does, so we don't use s or es with the first form of verb. S, es add with the first form of verb only in affirmative sentence. What are the affirmative sentences? Affirmative sentences mean positive statement. In negative or in interrogative, we use helping verb do or does. Negative statement means the statement, the sentence that has no or not in it. ऐसे sentence जिसमें नहीं या किसी चीज से आप मना करते हो, that's called the negative sentence. And what are the interrogative sentence? The sentence which in which the sentence in which we are asking a question. ऐसे sentence जिसमें हम सवाल पूछते हैं, those sentences are called interrogative sentences. And in interrogative sentences, it is must to put the question mark in interrogative sentence at the end of interrogative sentence. कि हम question mark वहाँ लगाते हैं interrogative sentence के end में. So this is for our today's class, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday for our written practice for our grammar. Now take out your diary and note down your homework. Now take out your diary and write your homework. Yes, what we learn today? We learn about the tenses and present indefinite tense. So you have to make 2 sentences of present indefinite, interrogative 2 negative and 2 affirmative, total 6. With Urdu translation like I did in the board. Make 2 sentences, affirmative, negative, 2 sentences of affirmative, 2 sentences of negative, 2 sentences of interrogative sentence. With Urdu translation like I did on the board. With then you have to copy all the work of week number 6 in your copy according to the date wise. Your work should be very proper and write the date as well. Yes, do the copy work from the given solution with proper date wise, and you have to maintain your index as well with proper date wise. This is your diary and this work, and that's it for grammar portion. Now come towards our oral portion. This is your diary. Make 2 sentences of affirmative, negative, interrogative with Urdu translation, present indefinite. Then do the copy work from the given solution. Yes, as all of you know, our subject is divided into 2 parts. First one is for our grammar practice and number 2 is for our language practice. Because when we are learning any language, so it's not enough to only learn. Speaking of that language is also very important, because when if you have a command in speaking, if you don't hesitate in speaking, it means you are a good learner or you are learning very in a good way. Okay, so now today we have in English language a presentation. What is a presentation? Well, presentation and why we learn present and why this topic is included in our subject. Presentation comes in an exam must, and we will take this in a oral way. Well, presentation gives you a confidence to speak English in crowd. Okay, presentations give you the confidence to speak English in crowd. It can improve your knowledge about any topic, or presentation can be in any language. Okay, now today presentation topic is the rainy season. Rainy season, you have already enjoyed this season in August, in the month of August, and in Karachi that was too heavy rain. So let's start. You have to memorize this presentation and practice it with the individual activity. Okay, now rainy season. In Pakistan, the rainy season starts from the middle of July and continue till 2 months. A rainy day in summer is always a happy day. The rain comes after so many hot days. Children go out into the street and running with in great joy. Trees, plant, houses are washed by the rainwater and they begin to look new. Rain is good for crop and we like rainy season very much. You have to memorize this presentation and then practice it like this. You can stand in front of the mirror and practice it, and so you are be able to give the presentation in a very fluent way. Okay, so this is our today's class topic, and the homework is of our language portion. Now note down your language portion homework. Practice is step of week 6. I said practice it because practice always makes man perfect. So practice the presentation topic rainy season, or you can practice any topic, or you can write the presentation by using the present indefinite tense. You can write the you can give the presentation on your daily routine, because whenever we are talking about the daily routine, we always use the present indefinite tense. Like if I said I get up early in the morning because I have a school to attend, I am a teacher, then after the school, when I go to the home, I take lunch. Okay, after the lunch I take little siesta, and in the evening I take tea, and after taking the tea, I watch TV and play with my nephew, and then I do some my school work. In this way, you can use present indefinite tense to write about your routine or to tell your routine. After practicing the rainy season, you have to practice to tell your daily routine by using the present indefinite tense. So you have a command, so you will be able to have command in present indefinite tense. And remember, is, am, are, and is, am, are, we never use in present indefinite tense. We only use verb की first form, and if there is a third person singular, we use ses there. And the two helping verb is also present there. Number one is do and does. We use do or does only with negative or interrogative sentence. We never use do or does in affirmative sentences. In affirmative sentences, we use ses with the first form of word, but when we are adding or using the helping verb do or does in interrogative or negative sentence, we never use s or es with the first form of the verb. So that's it for today's class. We'll learn about tenses. What is tense? A tense is a time, and it shows the tense is a time or the work. It shows the complete work, when the work is started, when it end, and when it will be end. कब शुरू हुआ, कब खत्म हुआ, या फिर कब खत्म होगा, ये सब हमें क्या बताता है? टेंसेस बताता है. Then present indefinite tense means present simple tense, which we use only for our daily routine, daily activity, and for general truth. Then we apply present indefinite tense in affirmative sentence, mean positive sentence. In positive sentence, we use verb की first form, and if there is a third person, say subject is third person singular, we use s or es there. Then we apply this present indefinite. Then we learn present indefinite negative. What is a negative? Negative statement is a negative sentence, and we use do or does there, and not is a must, because not show that this sentence is a negative statement. Then we learn about the interrogative sentence. Sentences are used for asking question are called the interrogative sentences, or in interrogative sentences we use do or does as a helping word with the starting of the sentence, and at the end of the sentence we put question mark in there. Then in our language portion presentation, we did presentation. We have a presentation. We did presentation today, and the topic was rainy season. Okay, so that's it for today's class. Note your homework and do your homework in your copy, and do your work in your copy according to the date wise, and make the index also very properly. So that's it for today's class. I hope you have got everything. If you have any problem, watch this video again and again so your problem can be resolved. We will meet inshallah in our next video, video number 7. In that video we will cover the stuff of week number 7, and then till then take care. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.